No, I think we was talking about. Wait. You talking about guys fit a certain criteria? Oh, hate and grievance. Hate and motherfucking grievance.
Oh, yes, I said people don't know the difference.
Yes. Well, yeah, I was saying that, motherfucker. You just gonna steal my shit? No, I was basically saying, yeah, I'm in these groups on Facebook where dudes, right? You got a bunch of dudes who feel ostracized in the selection choice when it comes to black women. And I say this often on my page, and women, not all women, but certain women, debunk this shit like, oh, nah, they can just date a nerdy woman, as if nerdy black women date black guys. And I'm talking about the majority. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand, like, yeah, there's exceptions to everything. But exceptions don't cover everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, somebody gonna have to make a left turn because, the right lane is crowded. So what I'm saying is, I'm in these groups and these dudes say some shit, about black women that sometimes offends me. I'm like, y'all niggas need to chill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I understand. No, but see, this is the thing. I understand where they coming from. I understand why they say the things they say. I understand that, it's a pain. It's a painful thing. Like, we sit here, we talk about women saying this, saying that, doing this, doing that, and then we always humanize them by saying, yeah, because it's a abuse thing, or it's a childhood thing, or it's a pain thing. And then when we talk about men, we don't apply that same logic to them. We dismiss it. Men dismiss it and women dismiss it. I tell these motherfuckers, I say, look, these dudes are saying the hateful shit they're saying because they've never felt included. That shit gets shut down. Oh, they just mad. Okay, they are mad. They human beings. They got feelings. Men have fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, everybody else get to say and do this and that crazy shit, shoot up shit, kill shit, smack shit up, and we consider their humanity. You know what I'm saying? Remember the girl that was the prostitute and she shot the dude that was the trick and ran back to her, her pimp, and gave her pimp the money she took from the dude. And she got to claim victim and say, oh, because I was sex trafficked and this and that and the other. Now, she went to jail initially, but then they let her go. They shortened her sentence because we humanized her. We said, her past, this and that and the other. But we don't humanize black men. We do not take account their history with abuse or trauma or any of that shit into their actions as men. We do that for everybody else but them, right? But that's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about hate and grievance. And my thing is, I see a lot of shit on the internet where, dudes, like in these groups that I'm in, dudes make a lot of hateful comments towards black women, whether they
So how do you get to a place where you're like, I'm done dating black women. I've dated enough black women that have pissed me off. Their attitudes is XYZ or whatever. I'm just gonna just start dating either non-black women, or I'm gonna just go to white women, or go to Hispanic women, or go to Asian. Like, what gets you to that? Because everybody's not like that.
No. I bet you complain about black women, but I'm not out here like, yo, I ain't fucking with black women. Where's the non-black women at? But my thing is, everybody's not me, and everybody doesn't have my options. If you got a kid that, black women are ignoring, but then when he's in another space, he gets attention from those other women. It's just like women say all the time. Women say this: go where you're loved. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Women come up with these sayings, but it only applies to them. Why can't it apply to us or men? And people hear me, we had these conversations. People think that I'm out here chasing white girls. No. I'm not saying this for me no more than Tank is making his points about sucking dick because he sucks dick. I'm just saying, yo, just making a point.
Conversation.
Yeah, he should have left that one alone. But I'm just making a point. I'm only making a point. It doesn't apply to my life, but I'm making a just like people. They black people want white folks who don't experience racism to, you know, put on their shoes and see shit from their perspective, and that's what I'm doing for these men. So you can't say to me, well, it ain't you, so why you worried? Because that's a contradiction. People forever want people to sympathize with their worldview. And that's what I'm doing in respect to these guys. I'm saying, look, if black women don't want these guys, where y'all want them to go? That shit ain't even realistic. If they feeling like, and you said what gets them to the point, look, if your whole childhood you've been trying to fuck with black girls, you grew up in a black neighborhood, a black existence. If you're a black boy that grew up in a black existence in your childhood, 9 times out of 10, you liked the black girl in class. You liked some sort of black woman or even Hispanic girl if you grew up in the hood. If you a black dude, you grew up in the suburbs around other races of people, then it should be quite natural that you like other races of people. But it's just like a white boy grew up in the hood, he gonna fuck with black chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's empirically true. All right. So what I'm saying is these guys that grew up in a black existence that were constantly rejected in their whole fucking childhood, now that they're grown, they're in different spaces because now they can control their environment. Because when you a kid growing up in the hood, you in the hood. You get older, you go to college. And in college, it ain't only black girls there. All of a sudden, these other races of women are in your face showing you love. What you supposed to tell them? Nah, I ain't fucking with y'all because I'm pro-black. So I'm going to keep fucking with these chicks that's not fucking with me?
Right.
Now, we always talk about, yeah, go ahead, girl, speak your truth. So when these dudes are saying what they're saying about black women, they're speaking their truth. And a lot of times those feelings, those expressions are angry because these men are human. You understand? You got to take into account they're human. Now, boom, I don't condone everything they're saying. Sometimes the shit is outright racist. And these are black men talking. But I get where it's coming from. It's just like black women do this sometimes. But you got to understand the difference between hate and grievance. And when I say that, what I say on my page is grievance. If I'm expressing my grievances, I'm not hating you. I'm saying, hey, can we work this out? Can we reach some sort of middle ground agreement? Because if I was hating you, I'd be like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants to sit down to reconcile with you if they're not trying to continue to fuck with you. If they are done with you, there's no reconciliation. There's no grievance. There's no grievance process. It's I'm out. Fuck you. Period. So when black men are expressing their grievances online and women are like, well, if you don't like it, go over there. Don't say that, because when men do it, then they're coons and weak and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
But dudes should be able to express their grievances. Just like women should be able to express their grievances. It's cool. We understand. Yo, when I hear people talking crazy, women, men, I'm like, yo, that person's been through some shit. If they're talking some hateful shit, I talk grievances. I don't go through half of the shit I talk about on my page, but I see men go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You know me in real life. Do you hear me? Yo, Brandee, oh man, look, you know what this girl did to me. Do you hear this shit? Coming from me? I don't have these issues. But I sympathize with the men that do. And I sympathize with the women that you know, deal with fuckboys. What I tell them, stop choosing fuckboys. Why I tell them that? Because women choose. Women choose.
But I will say, sometimes you don't know. A lot of times, these dudes be coming with a good disguise, and then they come in with a wolf in sheep's clothing, and they woo you for like 90 days, and then next thing you know, you be like, what the hell did I get myself into?
I understand that. What I'm saying is, yo, anybody can be deceived. And I think that we show more sympathy for women that are being deceived than men. But let's talk about the women, because we right now we speaking about the women. Women, you could be deceived. A man could lie to you. He could trick you. You know, he got a suit on, whatever disguise, whether it's his outfits or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But when you find out who that nigga is, you keep it moving, right? It don't take long. My thing is this though, right? Most fuckboys are obvious. You figure by now, most black women would be able to detect, or I figure they should have evolved to a point where they can detect a fuckboy. How is it that I could figure out what a chick is about in one date?
Because there's this meme that's out, and I actually shared it like a while ago that said, you don't have to lie to women because they lie to themselves.
That's true. That's true.
So, a lot of times we can see the fuckboy coming from down the street around the corner, but we be like, damn, he got potential. Or damn, he's fine. Damn, you know what?
He fine.
He might be something. Or if I can mold him just a little bit, and you fall in love with the potential and the what ifs and the maybe in the future and the one days.
Check this out. I don't see many women dealing with like ugly fuckboys.
You can't do both. You can't be an ugly fuckboy.
Okay, so that means women care about looks.
You get a pass because you're cute.
Well, that's both ways. Men do that too. The difference with men is, you know, with women, we're not expecting from women what women expect from men. Mm-hmm. I don't see too many dudes really pushing the idea of a woman. I mean, they say it, but niggas ain't not fucking with women because they ain't making a certain salary, or they don't have the ability to support a family, or they ain't on their level. Niggas don't talk like that. So only thing with a dude, you cute, yeah, I'll fuck with you. Because that's what niggas is about, cute. They'll fuck with you if you cute. If you too much of a headache, most niggas, if you cute enough, they'll overlook it. You got to be cute enough for a nigga to overlook a headache, or he'll just look over it longer than he normally would if you weren't attractive. But when it comes to women are trying to turn attractive dudes that they know are fuckboys, because women know what fuckboys are when they meet them. You don't have to make a nigga ambitious when he's ambitious.
Right.
Women, black women in particular, are the worst judges of potential in men. The same dude, right, that has potential in real life ends up outside, you know, his race, and all the loser niggas end up fucking with black women, right? Not all, I don't want to say all. So how is it that other races of women can find better black men than black women can? Because other races,
most of the time it's broken people attracting or looking for other broken people.
I don't understand what you're saying, because that's implying that the other race person is broken. Oh, you talking about
what I'm saying is a lot of times the other chicks be having themselves together before they be trying to go out and date somebody. A lot of chicks, and this is from not personal experience, but seeing some of my friends and stuff, and some family members, they don't have their shit together, meaning they're not either financially set to where they're not struggling on their own bills, or their mental state is not right. They're not in a position to really be. I don't want to say dating, but they're not in a position to really be taking on another person and their issues. It is two messed up people trying to come together and be a situation, and it's like y'all both messed up. Y'all both got mental issues, or y'all both got shit going on. You're not financially stable. Your bills is all fucked up. Your credit is fucked up, and then no one's never gonna be perfect. But if you cannot maintain your own and be stable on your own and take care of your own financial situation and your own bills and your kids and your own household, then you should focus on that instead of trying to find somebody else, because then you're putting too much on your plate.
I agree with you, but that's something Brandee says. That's not something most women say. Most women say, listen, my financials is fucked up, but, I need me a nigga to help these financials. Women don't say, oh, my money fucked up, I'm going to step out the dating pool. But they will tell men, nigga, you shouldn't be dating if you broke. That's just facts. That's facts. As far as mental, same thing. Women could go out every night and be broke because niggas is supposed to handle that. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, these chicks will date a dude if he's attractive to them, but they know he ain't about nothing, and then they complain later he ain't about nothing because they can't transform him into a nigga that's about something.
Right.
So if
like, but they had the door.
But right now I'm attacking the idea that women aren't about looks, they're about personality. If women were about that, they would go for unattractive men who were nice guys and had a nice personality over attractive dickheads. And they don't do that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because men go after attractive bitches all the time. But let's not pretend that women are dealing with men of higher moral character despite their looks as a general rule. That's not happening. Especially now that women don't need men for their survival anymore like they used to. Not like they used to. Once upon a time, if a woman didn't have a dude, she was in trouble. It's not the case anymore. I was watching this documentary on monogamy, and they basically saying because we live in a different world, relationships are going to change. And that's facts. It's a lot of shit going to die. All this polyamorous shit and all that shit, that's going to be the new shit. Or it's going to just be, like you say, hookup culture and shit like that. It's not that we are losing morals. No, it's because those old relationships are not necessary anymore. Not only for us to progress as a society, but women don't depend on those relationships for their basic survival anymore. So that's why shit has changed. It's really about, and people going to say I'm sexist when I'm saying this, men haven't changed. Women have changed in the manner that they have a lot more opportunities and shit like that they didn't used to have. So they have a lot more freedom. So women have changed traditional relationships, not men. Women fought for the equality because they started to get money. So they like, well, shit, now we want shit to be fair. They've somewhat, and I got to stress somewhat, gotten the equality that they were looking for. They're close, they're closer to equality than they were. Okay. So, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's true equality between the sexes. To be honest, I don't really believe in it, especially if we're still going to operate under the social construct that men should support women. If we're going to also say men and women are equal, it's one or the other. You can't have it both ways. But at the end of the day, the thing is, women's existence in this world and in this society has changed. And that's why relationships have changed. Men are the same. Men are the same. It's nothing that with men has really changed. They're pretty much the same. Men still fucking with their girl, fucking with their side bitch and baby mamas. That's old school. It been like that. Even back when, once upon a time when shit wasn't the way it is now, men had their chick and they saw, Mr. had his Celie and his Sugar Avery, and he was trying to fuck Nettie. And men are the same. Men are the same. Women are not dependent on men for their survival anymore, and that's why relationships are different. It's really about women. Women have changed the dynamic because now that the power has shifted, and it's going to continue to shift. The more women fight for certain things, and the more they get those things, they're going to end up being breadwinners in support systems for families. And they're not gonna like it. But if that's what you want socially, that's what's gonna happen socially. You pushing for the social change that you don't want, and now you get girls talking about niggas just want equality because then they don't have to handle their business. No, shorty, equality was your thing. That was your thing. You wanted equality. And while I do agree with equality for, of course, equal rights and respect and things of that nature, you know what I mean? To be honest, I'm with the equality shit. If we here with it, but if we gonna say, well, men need to do this and men need to do that, then you got to take equality off the table, because the things that you're saying men should do are in direct opposition with the idea of egalitarianism or equality. You can't have both. We equal, but no, there's no but. That's like me saying I'm clean, except no, either you clean or you're not.
You either is or you ain't.
You either is or you ain't. I remember years ago, one of my counselors was like, hygiene is something you're either doing or you're not. It's some shit.
Yeah.
So in this case, again, the fact that, see, when men had it like that, they could choose their women based on, looks and things like that. Now you got women choosing men based on looks and not survival because they're surviving. So once your basic needs are met, you don't have to choose a man based on survival. You ain't got to be with the nigga that you don't like so that you ain't homeless. You can choose a nigga that you actually like and actually house him. This is the fuckboy era where we pay for niggas. No, not we, but y'all.
But the tables have turned because back, not too long ago, we was always saying, well, hoes is winning. Now fuckboys is winning.
Well,
it's the same shit.
This is what women wanted. Well, this is what they, in the same way, women fought for transgenders and transgenders are women and this and that and the other. And now you got transgenders whooping women's ass in sports. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you wanted to push the idea that everyone's equal, well, now we're here. Now you got a lot of women making men's salaries. Because they said, well, the reason there's a wealth gap, a wage gap, is because women ain't studying the shit that men are studying to make the salaries that men are making. Well, now they're getting there. Now, if women ain't got an issue with working men's hours, they will close the wage gap. As far as women working the same job and receiving less, that only happens when it's salary based and you negotiate salary. I'm sure the guy and the girl working at McDonald's make the same amount of money if they started the same day. You know what I'm saying? If everybody at Walmart gets paid $10 an hour, that shit ain't based on if you're a guy or a girl. If I'm an employer and I'm paying women less, I'm gonna hire all girls. I don't need niggas. But let's keep it real.
Yeah.
In certain capacities.
And that's from a business standpoint.
Yeah, but the male employee is much more versatile than the female employee, especially in the field of anything physical. Now, outside of that, it's a toss-up. But when it comes to physical labor, the male employee is a better asset. Who would you rather have working your stock room or your job site, your construction site, or females or a bunch of dudes.
True, a bunch of dudes, I guess.
Dudes are workhorses. You can get much more out of them.
Yeah.
Dudes just come to work when they don't feel like it. Women be calling the fuck out. Nah, I got female problems. Female problems? Damn. Can't open up today. Female problems. I'm dropping shit.
And now you out the game for 3 to 7 to 10 business days.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. And okay, it's natural. Nobody's mad at that, but I think in that respect, I think a lot of women, they can't say it, but the fact is, a lot of these women are mad that they're women. They would rather be men, especially the ones who seek non-traditional lifestyles. The ones who just want to be home, cook, and clean and shit like that, they don't mind being women. But we know the difference. We know who would rather be dudes and who would rather not be. Because there's power in femininity, and a lot of women who love being women, they push their feminine power. But a lot of these chicks, they so busy trying to be masculine. But if we get away from the point, this video was about grievances versus hate. And all these girls that think that the shit that I'm saying on Facebook or anywhere else is hate, y'all ain't seen shit. Y'all ain't seen shit. These dudes, man, y'all better find these black nerd dudes. Yo, fuck a black male nerd dude. Give him some pussy. Give him some pussy ASAP. Repair the black community, black women. It all starts with you. Find a corny, lame, black nerdy man and give him some ass, man, please, and it'll change the world.
That's not the answer.
That is the answer. Suck his dick. Give him some pussy. Find these corny niggas, give him some pussy. Because you ain't helping shit giving Nipsey Hussle and these niggas some pussy. You just frustrating yourself. This nigga won't do what the fuck I need him to do. Nah, you need to get these corny niggas. Fuck them. Get them some pussy. It's an investment. Cause when these niggas blow up, then you ain't got to worry about them leaving the fucking race. You can have them, get them early. That's the problem with black women. They want the nigga that after the fact. You can't buy Amazon stock at $5 a share now in 2019. You had to buy it then. Get these niggas early. Invest yourself. Even if you fucking the cool nigga on the side, on the low, don't let that cool nigga get you pregnant. But get these niggas early in their late teens, early 20s. Let these niggas feel the love and they will fuck with you. And when they blow up, they will be with you. And if they leave your ass for a white girl, take them for half. Because then you deserve it. I was like, shit, what? The chick that was there from the beginning shooting in the gym, I support her. You in the game early. This nigga, when nobody was fucking with this nigga and you was fucking with him, I totally support you. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Nigga done blew up, became a megalo millionaire, and you married the nigga for 5 minutes, and now you think you deserve some shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the video, man. Learn the difference between hate and grievance. And we out, man. You know what I'm saying? This is your boy Marcus, your girl. What's your name? Tell her your name.
I'm Brandee.
Yeah, who the fuck is Brandee? You fucking that bitch? Nah, that's the homie.
Oh, Lord.
Holla.